What is up? Hello, Magic Monsters. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Let me see. Check my window is the right size. It looks like it is. That's nice when it's the right size right away. All right. Welcome to the stream. So this is another one of those wonderful streams where I was about to do something and I thought to myself, hey, I should probably do this in front of people. And so here I am. But before we start, obligatory, go to infinitypbr.com. Obligatory going there and then clicking the see all assets button. And really, it's not about me today. I mean, it's always about me, but it's not about me. It's about the 30 for 30 mega bundle, which just came out today. So come to the asset store via my affiliate link or link in the description below in the YouTube. Check out this. It's $30. I haven't really looked at it today, actually. So magic slashes, that sounds cool. Oh, sci-fi base. Oh, maybe, whoops. Why did it go back? Don't go back. Go forward. Wait, why is it going back twice? Second part was probably my fault. What is this, though? Now that I'm making a Tower Defense Sci-Fi game, and as you can see in the background, I'm using Pro Builder at the moment, I wonder if... I really wish I could just click into that. It's really annoying to have to double-click, in my opinion. Let's see. Is this something that I might... Well, this is more... Yeah, I guess not, maybe. I was hoping it would be like a top-down thing, but it looks like there's only one or two buildings, and I was looking for more like a space station top-down external thing. But nonetheless, the mega bundle is here, so check that out. I'm just looking to see if there's anything else. Damage numbers pro, maybe that would be something. Grid Builder 2, perhaps. That appears... Well, yeah, that actually appears like a great thing for a tower defense game. Interesting. I don't think I'm going to use this method for grid building, but I like it from what I'm seeing here. Nope, so we're going to go with just the Pro Builder. Okay. So this is what I'm doing. I've got a spline going on. I've got, when I press play, this little orb. You know, since UFOs are totally real and they are in the news, this orb is going to be coming through, and I'm using the new spline package, so I'm in 2022.3.3 F1, and this is a very basic spline I put in there. There's one here, one there, so the bad guys can come from two directions. They come here. This is using the spline animate component, comes with the spline package, and there's a speed here, but it's going to be very helpful. And it just comes through on the spline and... goes through and will get attacked as it goes through, as one does in a tower defense game. And so the next step was I created this enemy spawner, and I created an enemy spawner script, and I was in Rider. Whoops. I was in Rider, and I was like, oh, namespace, and then I decided to do a stream. So that's where I stopped. That was like 20 minutes ago. So we're going to do namespace Infinity PBR. Yeah, we'll do tower defense. As the namespace for all this. Infinity PBR Tower Defense. I don't know what we're going to need in there yet, but I know for the enemy spawner, we're probably going to need... hello, Sovereign. By the way, I forgot to say hello to you specifically. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, so I'm using Git Pro Copilot, and... this is what it suggested based on enemy spawner, enemy prefab, spawn interval, spawn radius, max enemies, interesting stuff. And then this wave interval randomness multiplier max. We don't need that. Yes, it is. See. The sci-fi stuff I've been talking about this for a while. Sometimes people look at my stuff on the game modules and say, oh, it's a fantasy game thing. I'm like, no, it's not. It's not a fantasy game thing. It's a game thing. So I have to demonstrate in somebody said story, and here he is. There you go. And so I decided to go about this. So this is clearly Copilot not helping me out. Anyways, so we are going to need some sort of spawn object. I think we're going to need a thing called we'll just say spawn object, and we'll create this class too. Class. Internal class? I don't know what that is. I don't know what an internal class is. But we're going to do a public class instead. And it's going to be just a class. And inside this class, we're probably going to need a game object. So we'll say game object prefab. And maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I should start with a list. And we'll go from there. No, we need this. So spawn object is going to be a prefab, and then we're going to do a public float delay. And then we will do, that's it, just the two. Oh, yeah, spline, public spline. Is that how it's going to be? Probably spline. And yeah, that should be fine. And there's actually going to be a list. So list of spawn objects equals new list spawn object. All right. So that's our start. That's a good start. Internal can be seen only by other classes in the same DLL, but can't be references outside of it. So if your stuff is in your code, you can see, but it doesn't get shown to other people using your code. That makes sense. That seems logical. I did not, however, make this serializable. So system.serializable. And same with this down here. All right. Yes, I want the extra bracket, square bracket. All right. And it's still not showing up. Why isn't it showing up? Private. That's why. All right. There we go. We'll have to do something for that, but like say if we do a bunch of these, yeah. Spline. Oh no, that's not what we wanted. Okay. I didn't realize it was going to show up like this. We didn't actually want a spline in each one. What we want is, I suppose, a game object. Then and we'll call it spline object. And then these are the splines inside here. We've got two objects with splines on them. And so I guess we'll just have to call these. I don't think I need these things anymore. I was not sure how to use the spline tool. And so I created, I didn't realize that you have to put them on objects. I thought there would be another method that it would just create an object. But so I think those are good there. We have our orb. We're going to handle that in a bit. We've got our enemy spawner. So we'll make a few of these, and we'll just bring our orb into this, and delay 0, and we'll figure this out in a second. But we'll just do spline 1, spline 2, and spline 1, spline 2, and we will do the orb multiple times. Not that I should have done this. Orb. I'll have to make a drawer for this or something. And we'll separate them out by 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what we'll do is make a bool here. Let's see. Header required. And then we'll do another header options. And we'll do a public bool. Pool objects equals true, and then that means on start, so private void start, we're going to pool objects, a method called pool objects, which will we're going to say pool all objects prefab from the spawn objects list. Let's see if we can get Copilot to do this for me. What was the button? Ah, there we go. I didn't push anything. For each spawn and spawn, if you no debug log error, otherwise pool manager instance.spawn. So I don't have a pool manager, but it's saying that a lot of people do. I don't actually. I've never had to handle this kind of spawning, if that makes sense. I've handled spawning, but I've never done it in situations where I want to pool the objects. It's always been like not a big deal to instantiate something at runtime because it was just one thing or something, or it happened all at start and anyways, and it was different. So I just don't have anything on hand, and definitely not for this kind of thing. So. So the question is then, is this saying I should have a pool manager? Should I have a pool manager? Maybe I should have a pool manager. What would my pool manager look like? Let's see. Create a pool manager class which holds a list of all the objects in that are pooled. Okay, let's see if it does that. Oh no, it just gives me another suggestion for another. Oh, there's a native one. I didn't know there was a native one. Is there a native pool manager? Unity pool manager. Is this what you mean? Object pool? Object pooling? Introduced a year ago. Unity engine.pool. All right, we have pool. Honestly, I wasn't going to go this deep. I was just going to load up all the stuff I was going to load into the scene and then be done with it. Which I think is fine for this purpose, because if I'm honest, I'm going to have like, what, 50 objects in a demo, maybe a couple hundred, and they're not going to be recycled. I don't need to worry about that. It's not going to be like a 30-minute game, and for particles and stuff, it's probably just going to be fine. So I can always refactor later. Let's just go upwards and onwards. So if pool objects, what are we doing? Pool objects is doing all this. Oh yeah, this was the code they gave me. First we're going to do if not pool objects, then return. So we're only going to do this if we're pulling the objects. And then we will say, okay, if the prefab is null, then yeah, we will do that and continue. That's fine. And otherwise, we will do a thing in our pool objects. I guess this is where we could have a pool manager. I can move it out later. So let's just do it now, and then we'll move it later, perhaps. Public, private, list, game object, pooled objects equals new list. Okay, so hello, Tech Dave. All right, I'm just going to put them all into this. We're going to say pooled objects dot add and instantiate spawn objects dot prefab, and where are we going to put it? I guess we're going to need an object for that, so we're going to just have to say public transform pool. Okay, we'll put it at pool dot position, and yep, and parent it to that. And then we will also say pooled objects, last one. Can we just do our new object equals that? No, we can't do that. Okay, so our new object equals pooled objects. We will do the last index of the pooled objects, and then we will say new object dot set active false. And we will then put in here a public pooled object. Whoops. Pooled object. Oh, that's a thing, huh? Gosh, should I just bite the bullet? I wasn't planning on doing this though. What is this? All right, well, I'll try doing that. Maybe that'll be fine. So we're kind of using it. All right, I just want to get in there, and then once we've done that, we will also say we will do a private enumerator, and it's going to be spawn enemies, and then you sent me. Oh, I have a dog in here. I just did that noise, and the dog like raised its head. It's my brother's dog. He's very bored. He's not into coding and game development, so he doesn't have too much to do, to be honest. Jason Storey. All right, I'll have to look at this later. I just want to get this kind of working right now. I want to get things in the scene, so we're just going to be quick about it, I think. So we will do, what are we going to do? For each var object in, or enemy in spawn objects. How about this? Spawn object in spawn objects. Well, we might eventually need a start button, and we're gonna have to keep time. So we're going to do something. Yield return break. No. Return. No. Yeah. Okay. We'll just do that. But I realized we need a timer, because there's going to be, oh, the dog raised his head. I shouldn't make noises. There's going to be the concept of a start button eventually, right? That makes sense. For now, we'll just have it start. But we'll probably institute a start button. So now we need the game objects or the game modules stuff. And that's good, because that's why we are all here in the end. So game modules, Infinity PBR, game modules, not game modules, objects. We will do that in a bit, but the repository prefabs, I'm going to put all of these. So I'm going to create a new one here. We're going to call this game modules repositories, and inside this is going to be all of this except for this one because it's to be deprecated. And we have all that. So let's just throw that all in there. Now we're going to have access to our time board. Our time board has a game time on it. And we are going to we don't care about the year and all that. Instead, we're just going to use game time, the number itself, as a counter. So we're going to say game time is 0. Oh no, that's automatically set. Never mind. So starting minute is 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay. And so game time starts at 0. We are going to do real world seconds per game minute is going to be 1. That means every one of these. So if we do 1 minute, then we have game time is 1. If we have 2 minutes, game time is 2. So it doesn't really matter. All this other stuff doesn't matter. The counter of game time is 1, and that's every 1 second. So we are pooling made easy with Unity's generic object pool class. Learn why you need it. Yes, I will do that probably, eventually, maybe. We'll see. You can take bets on it, and I won't cheat, but I am definitely someone who could be bought. So if you are taking bets, let me know. I'll cheat, but I won't cheat. Yeah, so this is basically saying real world seconds per game minute is 1. That means that every game time counter is 1. The rest doesn't really matter for this project. So what we will then do is say we need a private float start time equals something on start. We're going to say start game. Just do start game. That makes sense, right? Private void start game. And on start game, we are going to cache our start time. So start time is equal to time board dot time board dot game time dot now. So we can go up here and say that we are using Infinity PBR time board. Whoops. Module, no, time board, modules dot time board. No, what is it? Just time board? Time board? Where is it? Is it just time board? Time board. Infinity PBR dot time board. No? What are we doing here? Infinity modules dot time board. All right. No? Static. That's what I was missing. There we go. All right. So time board game time now. And we're going to make a property for this. So public, public private float now is going to be that. And so now we can say start time equals now. All right. For each one, if I think this would work. I still get a little bit confused with the enumerators and all that. I always figure it out, but we can always ask our friends ChatGPT and ChatGPT Jason. All right, so if the spawn object dot time or delay is greater than, yeah, we're going to do all that basically. If the spawn object delay is greater than now or now, now minus start time. So we should need another property for this. So time since start is going to be private float time since start. It's going to be now minus start time. Right now, start time is going to be right away. And game time has a pause thing too, so technically we could use that, but I think I'm just going to do a simple thing for now. There are many ways to do it. So times and start, and so if its delay is greater than times and start, then yield return for no, this isn't right. Yield return null, right? It just keep doing that until it's done, and then we're going to say I don't know how to do this the splines yet, but we'll figure that out too. So we're going to say, and the other thing, well, that's going to be on our enemy itself. So I guess we'll just say spawn object dot pooled object dot get component enemy, yeah, get component enemy dot get component. Why? What's pooled object again? Oh, let's just do this. All right. Pooled object dot get component enemy, which we haven't written yet. Spawn. It's going to know its own thing, so we're not going to need to specify. We're just going to say spawn. Okay, and we need our enemy, which is easy enough. I need to move this into the right place, and we're going to create a new one, enemy, and this one is going to inherit from, well, first put in the namespace, Infinity PBR dot Tower Defense, and we're going to put all this up here, and we're going to inherit this from game modules actor, and that gives us access to all the fancy stuff. And we're going to do system.serializable, and so game modules actor has all these fancy things on it. Look at those comments. Look at this, a whole comment about that thing. I should probably look at it and decide what I should remove. So we get all this nice stuff from it, which is great. So we're going to do a public void spawn and debug.log spawn. Oh, you know what? It is going to need to know what spline it is in, isn't it? So got too many of these open. Close the other one, I guess. So let's go back to our enemy spawner, and the spawn object does indeed need to know its spline object. So public game object, spline object, and then when we create these, where did we create them? Right here. We're in new object of our get component, new object dot get component. Oh, come on, get component. What are we gonna get? We're gonna get the enemy, and spline object is that, but we're gonna do that, and then oops, enemy equals that, and then we'll do enemy dot spline object equals that spline object. So we'll pass that in, so it's already there at the beginning. Yeah, I was thinking about it, and I was like, oh, this is a fair amount of stuff. But I figured this, I've got it all laid out. I tried to make a video showing how quick it is to make the new stats and stuff, but I can redo it right now for all you fine people. Oh, I should probably put that there. Okay, so let me redo it. So I've got my game modules objects here. We already have these stats, but I'm going to show you just to delete them. how quick and easy it is to create this. So now if you go game modules in the star, click that, you click on stats. You can't do anything but create because there are no stats. So I'm just going to type in my health. In fact, I'm going to do one better. I'm going to take all this, new that, copy that. I could probably just have a carriage return delimited too. But we'll replace those with a thing. Then we have all of our stats right here. We will paste those in right there. Say stats, click the create objects, and boom, they're all created. So now we have our stats. Now we can, of course, open up these and see the management stuff that we've come to know and love. But we also have these nice handy dandy things here for drop downs as well. So we can say damage is going to be something that's modifiable, so it's a stat. Damage radius is modifiable. Energy modifiable. Actually, no, energy is a counter. Energy max is a stat. Energy regeneration is a stat. Health is a counter. Those are stats. That's a modifiable. So stat. New tech is going to be a that's going to be like a reward, so it's going to be a counter. Range and resources is going to be like gold you get, so that's going to be a counter as well. And then shields is going to be a counter. Shields max, shields regeneration or stats. Size is going to be, it's just a counter. That's just, I think we're going to have a size. So now you've got all that set, and you can do start values if you want to start those. There are some other cool things, like if you want to say, okay, the minimum is going to be float, you could do that, or you can hold down, when you're changing these, hold down shift, and then it'll set that for all of them, which is nice. So you can say that there's a minimum of 0 for all of these. We can just do the same for all of these, so it's quite easy there. So they'll never go below 0. Same with the final stat, and then we can say that it's always going to round to say the 1 decimal point. I need to see if there's an easy way to copy these to all of them. You can't really hold shift. I guess you could do a delayed text and hold shift. Yeah, maybe you can do that. So maybe I'll add that. I think I actually did add that to something else. Not here. Let's see. No, not here. I may have done that to one of these. Anyways, that's what I did this weekend. All of this. So now we have our stats, and it's much easier to create them and manage them. You've got your stats here. You can create your dictionary structure for them. You can create more if you want, and all that stuff. And really, all of these have the same setup. So when we go to conditions, and you can see I already created some conditions for speed up, nanobots, slow down, damage boost, and all that stuff. You have different object types. You can do that. You can search them all. Basically, it's great. So now we've got this in there, and we're doing game time. That's going to be running automatically, and is everything there. And we will do enemy debug spawn. I see what happens when we press play. I have no idea if it's going to work. I don't know if I set everything up right. No. Variable pool. What did we do? We're missing pool. Oh, I didn't put a pool. Create empty. Pool, and we'll put this way far away, and we will get our spawner and put our pool and save the game just in case it quits on us. I've been reworking the modules for a while. Oh, look at that. One spawned. I've been reworking the modules for a while. And they're about ready. Game Modules 4 is about ready, but I want to impress people because it makes me feel better, and so I knew I wanted some sort of quick start thing, and so I started working on that on Saturday because I had the day off. Saturday, Sunday, yeah, maybe I worked on it Friday night. Either way, I started it, and then there you go. That's where it is. So I finished it. I could always make it better. There's always room for improvement, but it's pretty damn good. And don't open it now. Wait for the new version. It's gonna be great. So I'm gonna open my time board here. I can turn off these debugs. I think. Can I turn off the debugs? I thought I can turn off the debugs. Oh yeah, right to console. Yeah, turn that off. See why I only got one thing spawned and not 4 things spawned. Probably because of these things. Pool has only one thing in it, and that is way over there. I think this is just the orb moving on its own. Yeah, so that it didn't actually do anything. All right, what are we looking at? Component requires that the requested component enemy derives from mono behavior. Really? Oh, the actor is now mono behavior. That's good to know. So what we'll do here is say this is going to be a mono behavior. And we will call this public game modules actor. What are we going to say? Enemy actor. And we'll make a new one. There's going to be game modules actor with an uppercase M. No, what are we doing? Enemy actor. There we go. And we'll create a new one. Public class enemy actor is going to be a game modules actor. And it'll do that. And we'll do that. And we'll move it to its own thing. All right. And then, so now we have the enemy actor there. So that's all our actor data. All right, now let's see if it works. And for the orb, I'm going to turn it off because we're going to be spawning 4 into this world, perhaps, or not. Object reference, not set. Enemy is not set. Or it doesn't have the enemy, because I probably forgot to do this. That's what I forgot to do. So we have all, see, this is the actor now, so we have all this stuff here, which we can make use of in various ways. Conditions is going to be used heavily, and stats is going to be used heavily, and perhaps something else, we'll see. Dictionaries probably as well. All right, so we are going to not open it. What was I doing? We're going to, where's the button I'm looking for? Did they move it? They did move it. Jesus. This is my first time using 2022.3.3 F1. And they moved it. It used to be over here. Now it's over there. It confused me. It's like you move my keys to the other side of the room. All right. All right, so we got our 4 things there. I forgot to turn that off, so that thing moving is not the right one. I forgot to turn them on, though. So we turned them off, right? Yeah, we turned them off here. And so in our actual spawning bit, we need to say spawn object dot set active true game object pooled object dot set active dot true, or not dot true, but is true. All right, so we're setting active. Then we'll do the spawn, and in the spawn, I guess we should start with this turned off. So I'm just going to turn that off. If we go to our prefabs, click on our orb, we'll start with the spline animate turned off. And we're going to have to set that. And we'll have to set the speed based on the game module stuff. So we'll get there. Yeah. All right, so this is just going to do the spawning, and we just need to see that it's working. There should be one every 4 seconds. It's not doing anything. Doesn't have a thing. That's fine. It's not doing anything. Let's get some more debugs. I don't know why it's not doing anything. If I knew, then it wouldn't have happened in the first place. Enemy spawner. So we will say, I don't know if I'm doing this right. Debug.log waiting for okay, that many seconds. Thank you. Did I ever even start it? I didn't start it. So that's why. Start coroutine. Nope. There you go. That is my bad. We've all done it, okay? Okay, so don't make me feel bad. I'm already feeling pretty embarrassed myself already. No reference exception. What a deal. What a deal indeed. Spawn on a pooled object is a null reference exception. Why is that? Do we not have spawn object in my things? I don't have my things. Did I not put them there? And how come my spline 1 isn't there anymore? I thought I put spline 1 there. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll wait 1 second for the first one. Save again. And why isn't... Do we set it? Did I forget that bit of the code too? Pool objects. Pooled objects. Dot add a thing. New enemy. Yeah, I do right here. Enemy spline object equals. Oh no, I don't. Yeah. Dot pooled. It's not gonna be that. It's gonna be spawn object dot pooled object equals enemy or new object. Okay, there you go. It was just my bad. There we go. Spawn 4. Oh, it happened. All 4 spawned, but that was pretty quick, wasn't it? Did they all happen right away? Yep, they all happened right away. So that's not what we wanted. I did the first one. All right, we're going to do a good old ChatGPT because ain't nobody got time now. In a world where ChatGPT exists, do we really have time? For some reason, all spawn objects are spawning at once. I was thinking that the yield would yield for each object, which has a different, and then we'll just say each object has a delay that is 1 second more than the last. And then maybe it'll just tell me what I'm doing wrong. There's a condition if the delay of the object is more than the elapsed time. Oh, it doesn't, huh? I thought it might not. All right, we'll copy and paste and then we'll dig into it and see, like, okay, so for each spawn object, wait time is the amount of time we're waiting. And if wait time is greater than 0, this doesn't seem right either. Here's the full class. I think we can use now. I really like working with ChatGPT. I have to say, I know I can just do this myself, but I like to think that I don't have to. And then I also start thinking, am I just becoming dumber? Hey. I thought you were going to give me no code. All right, fine. Wait time is going to be, because we're going to be waiting. So the next time this happens, it's not going to be, well, time since start is now minus time since start. Okay, is that right? Delay minus, oh, I guess that is right, actually. Never mind. It was right. I was wrong. Waiting for that, waiting for seconds. Okay, so I guess the GitHub Copilot was right. All right, let's just press play. See if the AI overlord helped us out. I think it did. A fair amount of stuff in the new game modules manager, it didn't work, is due to that GPT as well. Usually it's better than this, but I don't know why it's happening either. Wait time is greater than 0. By Jason. I have not. I saw Jason W. had just made a video today. And I was waiting for Ryder to come out with this one because I figured there was no way they're going to let GitHub Copilot take away all that sweet, sweet subscription money from them. So I'll have to check that out. Maybe Jason W. will, if there is such a thing, have secret keys to hand out. That would be neat. Why isn't this working? For each one, delay is greater and greater. Wait time is going to be delay minus time since start. So if we've started a second ago and delay is 2, then we're going to wait 1 more second. All right, I'm going to ask it again. They still all spawn at once. I know it told me stuff here, but... So now it's saying wait time, spawn object delay minus last spawn time. We're saving last spawn time inside this loop. All right, I think I get what it's doing. This isn't what I was really hoping for, but I think it's fine. I'll refactor it later, most likely. And it's not supposed to wait for that many seconds, so it's still not right. It's taking their delay and doing it on top of each other, which actually, that logic kind of makes sense too. Like if we do 0 and then 2 and 1, will those two spawn at the same time? That kind of makes sense. Oh, yeah. Okay. I actually like that logic better. My original thinking was that this was going to be the time since start for each. Doesn't need anything special yet. Just opt in the beta version of Rider. Oh, well. There's so many things I have to do that aren't what I'm doing right now. I have characters, animations to get to, and all this other stuff. But I want to get this out. There's not enough time, and I had 4 days off, which was wonderful, but then today I worked again, and then I was like, hey, why is it that I work at least 8 hours, and then I have less than 8 hours to myself for my stuff? Why is over half my days spent for somebody else? That makes no sense. It's illogical. All right, so that's working now. We need to get them to actually... do something. So I'm just going to press play and we're going to turn these on, or we're going to look at one when it turns on. Okay, turned on. Spline animate. What happens when we just turn that on? doesn't seem to be moving. Nope. That's weird. Doesn't have a valid container set. Oh, we need to set it in the spline animate. Okay, so this is going to be in our enemy. We will say public or private void on awake. Well, I guess we could just set this. Well, private void on awake, or just awake, is it? And then we're gonna say we're gonna do a private. What is it? Spline animate, was it? Yeah, spline animate. Spline animate. Spline animate. And we're gonna say spline animate equals get component spline animate, and then if spline animate equals null, then we will say debug.log error. Spline animate was not found on. Give it to me, and then there we go. Okay. And then if that happens, then destroy destroy this. That'll just turn off the destroy the object. So there's no other issues. Okay. All right. And then on the spawn, we're gonna do spline animate dot spline. Or set spline. What is spline container? How do we do spline container? Use container. Container equals that. All right. And then spline animate dot. Is that a thing? No. Set active or enabled equals true, and then play. I think it's play on awake, so I think it's just going to do it. But let's see. This is my first time with that, so oh, that poor dog looks so sad. Well, actually, he's just got his eyes closed now, so maybe he's fine. Maybe he's not. I think he's sad. Oh yeah. All right. Oh, look at that. They're going. So, that's cool. So now we've got our orbs going. Look at them go. All right. So now we have orbs. That's good. Let's just make a few small minor adjustments here. 0.1, 0.2, 0.25, and we'll make another bunch more. So we'll do a total of 20, maybe. And we'll just put them all one after another just for now. Okay, so we have a whole bunch of orbs that will be spawned. And then we need to have, we have in the world here a end zone, end point. So when they hit this, they will cause health to go down, I suppose. Something like that. And so we need a concept of something on the enemy spawner. The orb itself is going to be what are we going to do? We're going to say on collision public private void on collision enter if collision dot, oh no, it's gonna be on trigger enter, not on trigger enter No. On trigger. God damn it. Private void on trigger. Enter. There we go. If other.gameObject.name does not equal, we'll put it up here, serialize field, there it is, serialize field, I guess we could put this on the end zone instead. Let's just put it on the end zone. So we're going to have to put a, what are we calling it? Endpoint. Create this endpoint. Load it up. Namespace, space, Infinity PBR Tower Defense. Okay, and then for this we will say if or private, oh my gosh, private void on trigger enter collider. If it's not tagged, if it's tagged enemy, we do something, otherwise we don't. Yeah, we can do that. I'm going to invert this though. If it's not enemy, then we do nothing, and then if it is enemy, then we do we'll do process enemy and just other dot game object. All right, so we'll just do that, and we'll handle the rest in a second. Yep. All right, that's fine. We'll do all that, and then we need to add this to the object. Don't forget to like and subscribe, everybody, by the way. Add this to the endpoint. We'll make this a prefab. And then we will make this a trigger, make the other thing a trigger, make this the trigger. And then the orb needs a rigid body, right? Non-kinematic rigid body for this to work, if I'm not mistaken. That always throws me for a loop too. I'm not gonna use gravity, which is not is kinematic. Okay, and then a tag. What? They moved the tags too? There it is. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I don't know. Who am I to say? Enemy. Didn't I just... Oh, tag 0 enemy. I see. All right, so going back to our prefabs, we have our orb, and we are going to say they are an enemy. Press play. One thing I liked about this thing here is that we can speed it up just by going like this. And we should see it go away. It went away. All right. Enemy reached endpoint. Perfect. Look at all those bad guys coming to us. And I also noticed a bunch of warnings saying these aren't working properly for the don't destroy unload. Honestly, for this game, we aren't going to be using a don't destroy unload, I don't think, but we will keep them out of it anyways, and just delete this. And then we'll do a new, just a random thing. We'll do a separator. This is almost like a feature that should be built in. Maybe it is. I just don't know about, but a separator here, so I can just put these all up here, and they stay out of the way, and I know that this is separate from those, right? In fact, we'll duplicate it. Oh. and then we will put this underneath it, the pool underneath it, the enemy spawner underneath it. All right, save. All right, so now we need the concept of health, right? And so the concept of health is going to be a stat. So if we go to our game modules here and we look at our stats, we have all of this stuff. So we have a health stat. So let's just use that. We're going to create our player. And our player is going to be... There's an empty object for now, I suppose. And let's create a new script. We're going to call this C# script called player. This seems appropriate. Oh, that poor dog. I feel bad, but he's better than being in a kennel. But he's going to be here for another 11 days. And I don't think he realizes he's going to be away from his loving family for that long. Space. Infinity. Tower Defense. So our player, like our enemy, needs an actor. So we will say public actor game modules. What do we do for our enemy actor? So we're gonna do player actor, just in case we add new methods to that. I don't know if we will, but we might. So so we'll do that, and we will make our new class. And this is going to inherit from game modules actor, and it's going to be just like this. It's going to be system.serializable, and we're going to copy this over. Then we'll put that there, and then we will move this to its own thing. There we go. So our player is going to be there, and let's make some properties. Actually, let's do something first real quick. I believe there's another script I wrote for game modules called starting stats, which I need to put in the documentation now that I think about it. Starting, or was that just part of the other project? Let's see. Starting, start. Huh. Was it not a thing? Did I not do that? Starting stats. I put them in this. I see. New window. Demo enemy. Ah. Stat settings. That's what I wanted. Stat settings. Public list stat settings. Is this something I put in? Stat settings. I did. Okay. Starting stats. All right, there we go. Yeah, I need to put this into the documentation. Hi, Corey. How are you? Oh, he's not supposed to have human food, otherwise diarrhea. He's allowed to have carrots. Oh, I said that word. He knows that word. He's a smart dog. I'd show him to you all, but he hates being picked up. So I won't. But yeah. We went for an outing down the street and back right before this, so he should be okay for a while. He's just bored. He sleeps all day and sleeps all night. He's got his head up and he's falling asleep right now. Oh my gosh. So the back door is open. He can go outside. It's too hot for him. Okay. Starting stats. So we look at our starting stats. Wrong project. This project. We look at our starting stats. We look at our player. We add our player to the player. There we go. Player acting. Did we not? Why are we? Oh, I made it private, didn't I? No, I didn't. Oh, this is on player actor. Yeah, I guess we can put that here. All right, so we're gonna need health. So health and health max. Actually, there's another way of doing this. There's another way, perhaps even a more fun way. Okay, so all right, so public void start. We're gonna say create starting stats, and we're gonna actually do this on the player actor. And on this, we're going to say stats.add, or is it gain? I think it's just add now. Add, we're going to do properties.stats. Stats type dot health max, and we don't even have to do that, actually. We can say stats dot set point, or dot get, yeah, properties dot stats type dot health max dot set points equals 15. We'll say 10. Okay. Set points to 10. So this should actually add it if it's not. Oh, add if null is false. So we need to set that to true on player actor. True. Okay. There we go. So now it's going to add it and set points. So we're going to do that the same for the other things we want. For now, we're just going to do that and health itself. And we're going to set both to 10. Okay. And then we're going to make our player have a static reference to itself. So public static player. Oh, instance. Is that the normal way of doing it? Just saying instance. Public void on, or just awake. And if instance equals null, instance equals this. So if instance has not already been assigned, then it's going to be this. Otherwise, multiplayer instance is detected and destroy this. All right, we'll go with that. So now in our, before we even go back to that, we can go to our endpoints and say destroy enemy, but also player.instance dot take damage, and we're going to just say 1. And so in take damage, we're going to change this to damage. We're going to say we're going to make a property for health, so public game stat health is going to be player actor dot get stat health properties dot stats type dot health. But, and yes, we will say true just to make sure that if that ever gets called first, it adds it. But we are going to make this auto. There we go. Can we make it auto set? No. No, what am I going to do? This is what we're going to do. Private game stat health. And then that's going to be, there we go. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. If we have health, then return it. Otherwise, assign it to that. If it's null, then assign it to that and return that. So health is now going to be that. And we're going to do the same for health max. Simple enough. All right. So take damage is going to be health. I should use the property health dot add points, and it's gonna be negative damage. Negative damage. Really? Why are you all Canadian? Oh, hi, Doc. Game module's actor does not inherit from mono behavior. So, you know. So there we go. And then check for death and private void check for death, and there's going to be if health dot points is less than or equal to 0, then we're going to say debug dot log you died, you loser, you. All right. All right. Let's just see if it works. Did all of that work? Let's press play and find out. So our stats list now has these two stats. We have our health and our health max. That's happening. These are spawning. Let's just speed these up. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Stuff's happening. They're all being destroyed. I don't know how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if just these two come into play here. All right. When these two get there. My laptop just turned itself off and on again. All right. And we should have been dead, but apparently we didn't die. Do we still have one more health? We should just do a printout or something. I should have just done that to begin with. Yeah. All right. So it doesn't appear to be working. Let's see. A debug.log took that much damage. Health is now health.points. All right, let's speed this one up. It's weird that when I move this up, it moves drastically faster. Hey, -1 points to health. Points is now 9. Took 1 damage. Why is this suddenly happening? I have a debug log, I think. Okay, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You died, you loser, you. Okay, good. I don't know why it didn't work that last time. It should have. I do have a debug log. All right. Let's just destroy these debug logs. All right. So that's working. Now you die. Now we need Text Mesh Pro. So we can have a little thing at the top. Text Mesh Pro. Oh, I have it installed. All right. So let's create a. Where would it be? Game object, UI, text mesh pro. Import essentials. I think we need to do that. All right. So there's our canvas. There's our text. What do we need to do? Make it scene. Screen space overlay. Oh, our text is down there. I just didn't see it. All right. So we're gonna make this. I guess black. I don't know. And we will say this health. Star base health. Okay, and wow, that is big. We'll just do health. We'll do it right justified. My work laptop keeps turning itself on and off. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe I'll get a new one soon. Maybe that's what that means. So we're gonna have that right justified there, and we will put those there, and we'll make it a little bit wider. Whoops. There we go. So it's going to be question mark of question mark. Okay, so we're going to use the Blackboard for this. And to do that, we are going to, what was it? We have to force the Blackboard to update specific things, and I think that's in my docs. Let me remind myself how to do this. Blackboard. It's going to be, is it that or is it stats? Automation, get the final stat, modifying stats, game stat list. Maybe it's in Blackboard. Blackboard note. Blackboard event. That could be there. Migration tips. No more tick for the most part. Dictionary exchange, repositories, none of those. Important information. Nope. Now the computer just made a ding sound. All right. Transfer. Okay. Maybe we can ask. This is supposed to have AI search in here. Let's see. We're gonna ask for how do I force some stat objects to post to Blackboard. Let's see if their AI works. Maybe work was doing that. I don't like that though. If they were, stats forced to Blackboard equal true. Oh, okay. To force some stat objects, you can set the force to Blackboard property to true for those specific stat objects in the game stat list. For example, stats. This will ensure 2, 1 sources. Let's go to that page. Force and post. Well, each stat can post. Force post. It's going to be on the game stat list. Okay, we're going to do that. Okay, so this is game stat list on our player. So this is going to be other start actions we need to do. So we're going to just start actions. We're going to make that. It's not going to be I have start actions, I don't think. We're going to do this, and we're going to do that down here. And then we're going to say player actor dot stats dot force post to blackboard equals true, and then also player actor dot stats dot force notify on post equals true. We're doing this because we don't want all stats from all objects posting to the blackboard. That means all enemies will have their stats posted to the blackboard. That's just too much. But we do want the player's stats to post to the blackboard so that things can listen to those things. And so, for instance, there's this thing that's going to be a... well, what's it going to be? It's going to be UI. So we create a folder for UI for scripts. And then we're going to be a create... C# is going to be like UI text, we'll just say for now. And we might have things inherit from UI text. I think that's probably what we're going to do. So namespace is going to be Infinity PBR dot Tower Defense. And we are going to be a I follow Blackboard. So that's a Blackboard follower. And we need to know what we are receiving. So we're going to say public virtual string topic to watch. Topic is going to be player. Not virtual. Oh, yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. Public string subject is going to be health. We'll just make it health for now, but other sub objects, if they're looking for something else, can look for them. So receive change is going to be if Blackboard note dot topic does not equal player or topic, and or the subject does not equal subject. Hey, give me that suggestion back. Yeah, then return. So basically, only listen, only do anything if we've got both of those. Otherwise, receive change, and we're gonna have to overwrite this. So virtual. And we'll make that for both of these. I don't think we're going to be doing any events for this one. So we will do nothing at all. And we can actually add this code still. Oh yeah, the event is slightly different. Yeah, we're not going to be doing events for this, so I'll just ignore it. All right. So that's UI text. What's it saying? That's never used, probably. Okay, let's create another one, and we're going to create a C#. We're going to say UI text health, and this is going to also be in namespace Infinity PBR Tower Defense. And as one might imagine, UI text health is going to come in from UI text. UI text. Okay, and we're going to override. Wow. All right. It's just on top of things, isn't it? Override receive change blackboard note blah blah blah, and then we're going to do a update text and update text. Where's everything purple? There we go. Update text. So we're going to do, I don't know why we're doing all this. We need a reference to the player. So we have a static reference to that though. So yeah, so using static Infinity PBR dot Tower Defense dot player, and then make a property for the player's health is going to be public float player health is going to be equal to player dot instance dot instance dot health dot final dot points. Yeah, health points. And because I don't like this whole instance thing, I've decided we're gonna change that. We're gonna just change this to player dot player. Playa. Girls be players too, or girls are players too. One of the two. Uh-oh, the dog's coming over. Hey doggy, how are you? Are you bored? The dog's bored. What are you doing down there? I can't play with you right now. I can't because I'm doing the live stream. Didn't you know? Doesn't know. All right, good boy. You're a very cute boy. He's a Scottish Terrier. He's got eyebrows. What? Can you guys see that? No, maybe. What? Now why are you biting me? You need those fingers. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh gosh. All right. Good boy. All right, I don't know what he wants. He already went to the bathroom, so now I think he's just bored. And he has no idea what streaming is. I've asked him. He doesn't even speak English. What were we doing now? We were saying something, players. Oh, yeah, girls be players too. That's what we were saying. Now he's licking my toe. Don't do that. UI text health. All right, so player health is that. So that's our points. Very simple there. We're going to say then that, we need a reference to our Text Mesh Pro. This is, by the way, the first time I've actually using Text Mesh Pro text. And so I might need I'm going to throw this on here. Both of these are there. So we got to throw that on there. We're going to get a Text Mesh Pro text. So we also need a private make sure we put this here, private text mesh pro text is text mesh pro. No, it must not be. What is it? Text Mesh Pro dot. Is that it? Just private Text Mesh Pro text? It's gonna have to be protected. Protected so that we can access it from our UI text health. And this is going to be text equals player health dot toString dot whatever that means. I don't know what that means. All right, let's just see if that works. And I just realized that we're gonna have to change it, but let's just see if it works first. Oh, we didn't do it at the start either. We should do that at the start. All right, well, let's just speed this up here. Okay, well, it didn't do that. Let's, while we're here, look at the blackboard. Main blackboard. Are we posting it? It's not posting. Posted notes. Notes. It's not posting as it's expected to. Why not? Do these both have to be set true? Let's find out. Why, pray tell, should it not be doing this? I'm going to remove that and remove this. All right, that wasn't the right one. What, doggy? All right, give me all a minute. I'll be right back. Let me put up a note in case anyone's watching and say a new file. That's fine. And then we will zoom in and type B. Oh, I guess I didn't need to zoom in. Be right back. I need a be right back scene. But anyways, I'll be right back. All right, I took him outside. I showed him how nice it is. It's very nice outside. It feels just the same temperature outside as inside, and it's warm. And he looked very pleased. And then I went back, and he was at my ankles the entire time. And I gave him a treat I'm not supposed to give him until bedtime. And we'll see if that works. We'll see. All right. So this is what we want to get rid of. All right. So why isn't that posting to the blackboard? It's supposed to post to the blackboard, right? While each stack can object post its information to the blackboard, it may not be ideal for all actors, especially in many enemies. The value of these bools are false, but if set true, then the stats in this game stat list will post their data blackboard only for this list. This is exactly what I did. Okay. So let me just... Well, let's do something else. Let's see. Oh, I got another debug there. Okay. Yep. Oh, is it because I think I know? No, it should just do it. But all right, let's do something. We're gonna open up our game stat lists and see force post to blackboard, and then game stat. There we go. So this happens in post to blackboard. If the blackboard's null, then do that. We didn't see that null. If the owner is null, then return. The owner shouldn't be null. But let's just do something here. But the owner is null. All right. For each one, if we were forcing to post to the blackboard, then post notify if we were forcing notification. Parent blackboard if we are post to blackboard, or if the parent list is forcing to post to blackboard, then blackboard update note owner game ID, object name points, and down the list. That should be happening. This happens on set points and add points, and on the initial post on creation. So let's make sure we're doing this in the right order then. Let's create our starting stats after we force things to post. And that should get us our initial thing. Although we might need to do a whole coroutine for the start actions actually. That's not the one. Blackboard, notes. No, does not appear to be working. And I don't know why, but we'll figure it out together. Maybe. Owner is null. Why is the owner null? Owner is the parent list owner. This should be set. Oh, it should be set from game, from the actor. Game modules actor. Stats, set owner, right here. Set owner happens. Oh, it doesn't happen. Start actions. Ooh, what am I? How do I do it in the other one? Did I neglect this because I've did it a different way? I may have. Set owner. Start actions. Quests for each player. Player notify post. Player start actions. Set owner. Ah. So yes, I did that. Demo actor start actions. Well, that's an important thing to remember. Or 92 isn't so bad. It's been hotter here, but I don't mind because the nights are nice. Oh, the dog's eating now. That's good. He hasn't been eating as much because he's been protesting, I think. Set owner this. So I want this to be as automatic as possible. So the real question is, where can we do this? Where can we do the setting of the owners? And I guess the thing is that our demo actor is saying set it to this, the demo actor, not to the game modules actor itself. Or actually, no, this is an inventory actor. So no, yeah. Can we just do it on awake? Let's find out. Got a test here. Never being used. Let's just delete it. Let's try that. Private void awake. I think it won't work because if I think through here, this is all happening on demo actor start actions, which is an enumerator start actions, which is called in all these different places. Game data start actions, player start actions. Dog's back. He must be happy with. Oh, he's licking my toes, so he must be happy with himself. All right. Good dog. Stop licking my toe. He looks very happy with himself. Good job. Now later he's gonna poop. Oh my god. Now he's got the zoomies. That's not happened here before. Okay. So I feel like I don't know if you can hear that, but he's now playing with a toy. That's good. All right, I feel like I can somehow move this over. I wonder if we can just do this on awake or something. The problem is it needs to be set to the thing. So in this case, it needs to be set to, let's do it in the right one. In In this case, it needs to be set to player is the owner. Is player the owner? Wait a minute. Am I confusing myself? This happens on demo actor. Demo actor is itself an inheritor of the inventory actor. So this is the analog to player, not player. It's the analog to player actor. And owner. And on demo actor, we're just calling this. And we are calling it to, yeah, okay. Okay. So we need to do it on this. Okay. I'll have to add this to my docs. All right. Public void start actions. Set owner this. And that calls that. Can that be? Let me see. Let's see. I'm thinking maybe it can be on this. So let's just try it. Private void awake set owner this already declared awake. Let's just see. Maybe I neglected to do that. Did I do it in the right? Good boy. Now there's going to be squeaks. Just part of the stream. Maybe I neglected to do that because I had started that process after I had already solved it, and so I never realized there was a better way. Did it work? I don't know. I forgot to see the debug. We'll see that in a second, though. Let's just speed this up. Okay, the owner is null. All right, let's do a debug log. Debug.log setting owner to new owner dot setting owner. Okay. There's no awake. Can't do that. There's no, it's not a mono behavior. There's no awake. See? This never gets called because there is no such thing as awake. So it's going to have to be in start actions. And we have to call start actions from that. So what we're going to do is do this start actions, and then for the override, we're going to make sure we do base.start actions, and then, yeah. And then we do have to call start actions. There's just no way about it. We'll do that from here, and we'll do start actions, player actor, player actor dot start actions. All right, there we go. And then we'll just put this in that as well. Actually, we'll put all of this stuff in that. Player actor, there we go. Public override void start actions. Now we're on to something. Oh, his toy dropped. All right. There we go. Sane owner. All right, so now we should see this update. Let's see, main blackboard. Does it have the note? It still doesn't have the note. Why doesn't it have the note? Took 1 damage. Health is now 9. We didn't get the error. Is the blackboard have the note? It has the notes now. Okay, so it didn't post it when we thought it would post. Hey, ow, fuck, fucking shit. This dog has sharp ass nails. All right, dog. No, what are you doing? What are you doing? All right, everybody. You know what? It's 9 o'clock almost. I think the problem is, ow, god damn it, down. The problem is this dog, who's still a puppy, needs to go for a WALK, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to figure this out. Thanks for hanging out. This is the start of the Tower Defense thing for the game modules volume 4, version 4. Coming out as soon as I basically make this other demo, because I've got the first-person party-based demo done, and now I'm making this one, and part of the process is to write docs, part of the process is to find these other little bugs and go through the process from start to finish with the new version of setting things up, so we can solve problems like this, that, you know, rather than you guys, why are you looking at my leg? Rather than you guys all finding them, I will find them. So thanks for hanging out. I'm going to call this a stream and take this dog out for a little bit, try to get him tired so I can spend another hour or two before going to bed doing this. So, yep. Hey, Jack. Good to see you. Thanks for hanging out. It's been a pleasure, and I will see you all later. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll try to do more streams, maybe this weekend, maybe Friday. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow. You never know. I don't know. I don't plan my life. I just live it. All right. Thanks. Bye.